So what do we have here? Well, it's the new Ozium, I think that's pronounced, harness. I got this from Access, Steve Milson down in Wales, so many thanks for sending that, Steve at Access. What do we have? Well, we've got our back protector there, harness, it feels very light, but that's the whole point of this. I think they're 2 point something kilos, but you have to add obviously the weight of your reserve, and you have to add your mail-ons, etc. So there's a little bit to be added, but not a lot. Well, it feels amazingly light compared to the GTO Woody Valley. I don't think there's a lot in this. Pretty much quality-wise, I'm talking here. Maybe the Woody Valley might have the edge on it. But you do have to consider prices. This one is a little bit cheaper, so that's in your favour as a purchaser. I'm going to put the back protection here, which is not a lot, remember, into the back. I'll switch off the cameras to do that and then come back to you. Right, this is part 2 of the video. The back protection is in place. Now, how did I get that in? Well, there's a zip here underneath, so you pull the skirt away and there's a zip. A couple of pointers before you put it in. It's going to feel quite tight, and it's often that people will try to force things in, do not. So trying to get it in the opening is, if you've got 2 people, it's good. I just kneeled on the bag, pushed the air out, and then put it in. When I put it in, there's actual guide like strops which you can fit into. So I put my hand in there, and then I pulled the actual harness over the bag, and finally it went in. Now it only sticks out about that far, it's a couple of centimetres, if that, from the zip line. So if you find it sticking out that far and you try to force the zip, it's wrong. You're putting a lot of pressure on there. So remember, these harnesses are built for lightweight, so they're not built for heavy endurance. So you want to be looking after it from the start. So there's other little area here. There's a bag. One thing I think I better just point out is the skirt here. It's nice and thin. It doesn't need to be thick in my view. It's got Velcro there. So if that skirt sticks to the Velcro, don't try and pull it, because it'll go like an elastic band and probably you might rip it. So just to give you an idea, you can see through that. It's not designed to be built for heavy landings, that material, because you're landing on your legs. This is just to get you streamlined so it covers your legs, if you think of it from that point of view. So if it gets stuck under the Velcro anywhere in here, because the Velcro is very sticky, do not pull off. So the skirt here can go up underneath and stick on there. So what do I like about it? Well, I'll continue with the back protection. The reserve's going to go in here. A beam of 3 is going to go into this particular harness. And the distance from there to there, you don't want, say, back protection that's that big and then a reserve's that big, because if you landed on your back, it's more like landing on a stone. So I feel when that beam of 3 is fitted, this is going to work perfectly. The distance to the foam is going to be adequate for the pilot's needs. Now, if you want to know how long that back protection is, I'm not in the harness, but the legs here will come out, so far. So it's from there, goes all the way to here, then you'll have your reserve. So it's quite a lot, and it's quite deep. I've pulled this apart, and I've seen you can get inside the back and probably put more back protection in there if you so wish, because there is no back protection from there going around to there. So on some harnesses, obviously you've got back protection throughout, but this harness is designed for lightness. So if you wish, I think you could put some suitable foam, but you need to check all this out yourself. If you wish to know more, I can do a bit more research. But your bag's going to go in there anyway. That'll give you some protection. The reserve handle, moving on to that, is in a good place. I feel anyway, for me, that's going to be in a suitable position. I feel quite comfortable with that there. I don't like a reserve that's sort of stuck around here out the way, and I'm trying to fight to find it. Pin's really nice and easy to see. I like that on a harness. Don't like it so much when it's hidden and it's difficult, so you can quite easily see that. In here another little pocket. There's your reserve bag. Put that back in. No, take that back, it's not a pocket. That's a zip to where your reserve is going to be, yes. So it's got one pocket there, or bag area. It's got another little pocket here, so that's two. Probably got more, but how many pockets do you need? Little place for your hands or your camera, so on one side, and on the other, so that's two. Got a little place for your flight deck. Comes with mail-ons. I'm told that the harness doesn't have the problem which a lot of the others can have, which is, I can find the buckle. These buckles are like the 1990s. We used to use, but they were a lot bigger then. They just go through there, so no clunk click, but it cuts down on the weight, and that's the main selling point. Feature of the harness is very light. If you want a slightly better build quality for more endurance, go for a Genie Light, maybe a GTO, but this is priced very nicely, and I sell them obviously, so if you want to buy one, do contact me. The next stage will be on a flying day. We'll get outside, fly it and test it after we set it up and give you more of a review. But at the moment, first impressions, colour's good. I like the feel of it. It's very light, but it doesn't feel flimsy, so there's good protection there. So this is a good improvement on all the pod harnesses so far I've seen. So it's Rob Chisholm at Freeflight. Do subscribe if you wish to be updated.